Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about The Black Book. The Black Book is a Nigerian Netflix film and it follows the story of a man whose child is framed and killed for a crime that he did not commit. And it just follows how this man is trying to get justice for his son and clear his son's name. This movie was directed by F. Young, and I have not seen any of this man's movie before until now. And when I saw this movie, man, I was blown away by how good the movie was. I remember seeing this movie among the list of movies that Netflix will be releasing in September. And of all the movies that I saw on that list, this was the one that intrigued me the most because the synopsis of the movie was something that really intrigued me. And I was so looking forward to see this movie. And when I saw this movie, man, I was so glad I watched this movie and I was not disappointed. First of all, I need to praise the direction of this movie. This film is directed by F. Young, and this man did a fantastic job. Honestly, the direction of this film was phenomenal. Me personally, I feel like the man has watched this movie like a million times in his mind before he even started shooting the first scene. And that idea, that understanding of the film just made the man direct this film very well. Like there was a particular scene that made me realize that yes, this man has seen this film so many times before he even started directing it. There was a scene where, I don't spoil anything for anyone, but there was a scene where we see a character's name in the background. Like that is not the main focus of the thing, but the character's name is in the background, and the way it shows that thing, I knew that it was not just showing that thing for showing sake, because it showed that character's name and then he panned the camera up. And that thing made me realize that, yes, this man knew what he wanted to do, because that's a very tiny detail that anyone could have missed. But because he added that detail to it, and because I caught that detail, I could really understand that. I could really tell that, yes, this man knew what he wanted to do. He understood the story that he wanted to tell. He understood how he wanted to tell the story, and this man did a fantastic job directing this film. Honestly, I have not watched any Nigerian film directed as well and as creatively as this film was directed. The way the man uses the camera to tell the story, like without using words, I love that. I love when they show instead of telling. Like, show, don't tell. Don't tell me what I need to know. Like, try and assume that I'm smart enough to get what you're going to show me. And this man knows, like, he doesn't condescend or he doesn't belittle his audience. He believes that his audience is smart enough to understand what he's trying to show them, and we are smart enough to understand it. And just makes me appreciate the direction of this film. And this man, F. Young, man, I was so impressed by the direction of this film. And not just the direction of the film, the story as a whole. The story is a fantastic story. It's a very compelling story. The story is intense, it is compelling, it is suspenseful. Like, the story just works. And the performances from the actors, you know, I said this man understood the story. This man understood the story so well. But the actors also, they also understood it. Like, sometimes actors might play a character, but they will not really grasp the whole story. They might not really understand the whole story. They will understand their character, but they might not understand the whole story. And because they don't understand the whole story, they will convey some kind of emotion that does not fit with the whole story. But that doesn't happen here. All the actors in this film, they understood the story. They had a deep understanding of the story, and it comes across in their performance. For instance, I don't spoil anything for anyone, but there was a scene where Bimbo Akintola, man, everybody in this film did a fantastic job. But there was a scene with Bimbo Akintola. That scene, I don't spoil anything, but in that scene, she was sad. She was like shedding tears and she was sad. Then something happened. And when that thing happened, the tears froze on her face and that sadness turned to immediate anger. And I was like, yes, that is the emotion she's supposed to be feeling. Like, that just made me realize that, yes, this actor understood the story. She understands the story. She understands the script. She understands the character. She understands what she's supposed to be feeling. And that understanding of the movie just makes the movie a much brilliant film. Because everyone understands, all the characters, all the actors, they understand the story. And because they understand the story, it makes it much easier for them to bring that understanding into the film. And when they understand it like that, it just comes across very naturally in the story. And you that are watching it, you get the exact emotions that these actors want to convey to you. And man, it just made me realize the actors understood the story very well. And that's something that I just really appreciated. Like, not just Bimbo Akintola, all the actors in this film, RMD, Alex Usifo, Shafi Bello. There was a younger actress in this film that I did not realize. Even as she understood the story so well, and that understanding just made the film a much better film. Like, all the actors, they did fantastic job. Like, there were so many times that I felt the hair on my skin rising because of how good the acting was in this film. And man, all the actors, all of them, they nailed their performances. And man, I enjoyed their performances so much. And the dialogue in this film was very interesting. Like, it's not great dialogue, but it's interesting dialogue. I found myself on the edge of my seat, listening keenly to what these guys were saying and enjoying what they were saying so much. That was how good the dialogue was. Man, this film was so much better, so much better than I expected. And I am so glad I watched this film. As much as I enjoyed this film, I had one little issue with it. and that was the editing of the action sequences. Like, the editing of the action sequences was kind of confusing for me, because like I'll see a shot like this where maybe a character is coming from me. I'm just trying to give an example, I don't spoil anything, but I'll see a shot where a character is coming from this direction to do something like this. It's coming this way to come and do something. Then the next shot, I'll see that same character like coming from this direction to continue what he was doing. And I was like, wait, I thought it was coming from here before. How did he start coming from here? So that confused me. That confused me with the action sequences. And I noticed sometimes in the action sequences, and it just confused me. I did not really click with the action sequences, but that was the only issue I had with this film, the editing. And that's something that was just very, very minor, because the action sequences weren't that much in the film, but it was something that just still confused me when it happened, because I feel like the editing could have been done better. Not the editing of the whole film. The editing of the whole film was good, just the action sequences, the editing could have been done better. Apart from that, this film was fantastic. The story was intense and suspenseful. The dialogue was interesting. The actors, they did a fantastic job. Every single one of them. Their understanding of the story was something that just made me appreciate their performances so much. And everyone that came to work with this film just did a fantastic job. And the director edited the film, man, that man did a fantastic job directing this film. If you've not seen The Black Book, you have to go and check it out. I feel like this is the best Nigerian film I have ever seen in my life. Like, I watched this film and I was so proud to be a Nigerian. I was so happy that we are starting to make movies like this. It just made me so proud to be a Nigerian, and I loved this movie from start to finish. So have you guys seen The Black Book? What did you think about it? Comment below and let me know. What other Nigerian films do you think were so good? Comment below and let me know. Is it your first time on my channel? My guy, why you never subscribe now? Why? Oh yeah, subscribe to my channel now. Subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.